Hello, this video will shed light on one of the cinema's most iconic genres, musicals, through the lens of Jacques Demy 1964 film The Umbrellas of Cherbourg. This film perfectly demonstrates how it redefined traditional musical codes and expanded the genre's boundaries. The origins of musical cinema trace back to stage musicals. Silent era stage musicals like The Merry Widow and The Student Price and Carmen and La Boheme are the genre's pioneers. However, with the advent of sound in cinema, films like The Broadway Melody following the 1927 release of The Jazz Singer heralded the birth of the musicals we know today. Films featuring stars like Gene Kelly, Judy Garland, and Fred Astaire became iconic examples of the genre. Productions like Singin' in the Rain and The Wizard of Oz stood out for their high production values, innovative dance choreography, and striking use of Technicolor. The star system was a critical factor in success of musicals. Studios attracted audiences by turning actors into brands. Colorful costumes, magnificent stage sets, and the grandeur of musical were much loved. Hollywood's studio system actively used technology to enhance the visual and auditory elements of musicals. Especially Technicolor gave musicals a striking visual appeal. It demonstrated that musical scenes could be designed not only as entertainment but also as visual art. Academic Richard Dyer notes that the musical genre strives to reach the peak of emotional expression. In this genre, song and dance not only serve the story but also reveal the emotional worlds of the characters. In the late 50s, as the American studio system began to weaken, the musical genre was also affected by this change. The rise of television and changing audience habits reduced the number of big-budget musicals. One of the most important critics of musicals, from Rick Altman's The American Film Musical, suggests that classical musicals offered a dream world. Reflecting social values and desires, he notes that these films provided an escapism from reality for the audience. However, films like Jacques Demy's The Umbrellas of Cherbourg and Robert Weiss's The West Side Story brought different perspectives to genre. The Umbrellas of Cherbourg is a work that changed some of the codes from American musical cinema. In this masterpiece by Jacques Demy, all dialogues are presented as songs, creating a unique structure that blends opera and musical elements. Unlike conventional Hollywood musicals, the film shows that a romantic story does not have to end happily. In her essay, The Self-Reflective Musical, academic Jane Foer notes that musicals can address more realistic, emotional themes by shedding their generic structures. This is quite true for films like The Umbrellas of Cherbourg. Color, music, and narrative, although film uses Technicolor, it has a pale color palette unlike its American counterparts. Perhaps suited to the rainy and melancholic nature of Cherbourg, yet colors are skillfully used. It has a perfect visual narrative with colors, symbolizing a strong love that creates a contrast with the settings. In the film, colors are not merely an aesthetic choice but also tool reflecting the characters' emotional worlds. The color palette used through Guy and Genevra's romantic relationship reflect the tonal shifts in the film, especially scenes dominated by yellow and blue tones, represent the emotions between hope and melancholy. David Baldwell and Kristen Thompson's film art and introduction provides a basis for analyzing this film while explaining the impact of color and visual design on narrative. According to Baldwell, color used in musical cinema is a powerful visual for conveying emotions and feeling to the audience. The Umbrellas of Cherbourg plays a significant role in the development of musical genre. Jacques Demy's innovative approach brought greater depth to the genre both visually and narratively. It showed that musicals could move beyond the entertaining structure of classical Hollywood musicals, and that negative themes could also be used in musicals. This film provides that musicals can be a profound narrative form, not just entertainment. It is exciting to see musicals enriched with bold and creative productions like The Umbrellas of Cherbourg.